Hello and welcome to episode 14 of my journey through Gran Turismo. So we're going to move on to menu book number 23, which is the Alfa Romeo collection. So we've got three cars to get for this one, the Mito, the 4C and the 8C. So we've got three races to do, one at Brands Hatch, one at Alsace, or however you'd like to pronounce that, and one at Sardinia. So yeah, we'll head to Brands Hatch. Have a choice of cars again, same as last time, road car, European manufacturers, and well, that's it. So I think what we'll do is we'll stick with the M3. It's not exactly the easiest of cars to drive. It is very twitchy under braking, but currently it is probably the best car we've got for this type of race. So I think we're at the full circuit here, aren't we? Which it's not a bad track in terms of the actual layout itself, but I'm not a fan of these sorts of tracks that don't have any sort of runoff. Obviously you make one tiny mistake and just slightly touch the grass and you're more than likely going to end up in a spin. With a 911 turbo sticking itself in his way. And then he almost lost it and crashed into the side of us again. But so this is another 3-lap race. Thought I'd best actually check that this time rather than thinking we're only doing 2 laps and realising that we then had an extra lap to go. Broke a bit late there and had to stay on the brake a lot longer than I'd have wanted, just to keep it out the gravel, but not really caused us too many problems. So we're just coming up to the 2 lead cars now. Again though, they are pulling away down the straights. Or at least the lead car is. Actually, he must have managed to get past. So yeah, thankfully didn't lose too much time behind that one, and gives us just over a lap to try and get up to the leader. Just takes off once we get onto the flat out bits. does seem to get very twitchy on acceleration, which give us the run. So hopefully we can create a bit of a gap through these next couple of corners. Try and keep him behind by the time we get to the end of the straight. So luckily we did get to just above 2 seconds. As you can see, that time is really starting to drop down now. But as we get back into the corners, we know we can pull away again. That were a bit too close. Almost ended in a spin there, but luckily we managed to slow it down enough and gently get back out at grass, and yeah, like an easy enough win again. So yeah, that unlocks us the Mito. Which means we can now move on to race number 2. Which is in France, isn't it? Although, I'll be honest, I really don't want to use this car at this track. But we'll give it a go. I'll see what happens. To be fair, I probably should have gone and done the 3rd race, got the 4C, and then possibly used the 4C round here. But yeah, we'll try this and see what happens. I just obviously, we're aware it's a very twitchy car at times, and this is the sort of track where you can need to brake with a lot of steering input. But to be fair, it feels like we've got it under control. Went way too narrow into that corner. I do find it's better to take a wide entry and then cut back to the inside as you get towards the apex. But yeah, I just got it slightly wrong with the other cars around us. Yeah, so it's this next couple of corners that we're just coming into now that was my main worry for this car. But yeah, we'll just try and ease it round, not risk too much, not brake too heavy on direction change. Which again is gonna be the same going into this last couple of corners. Alright, you just drive across front of me. So again, we've got the same 2 cars at the front, and as you can see the Merc's just managed to squeeze past the other BM, which means he's going to start pulling away now. So we've just again got to try and make up as much time as we can through the corners. Too much grass on the inside there, trying to give the other BM a bit of room. This is one of those weird tracks where there can be quite a few different lines through a few of the corners. I'll be honest, not 100% sure on which ones of some of them are the fastest, but I just like to use what I feel most comfortable with. So we got squeezed a bit there on the entry, which meant I just ended up pushing it a little bit further than I should have done, just to make sure I carried more well enough pace through the centre of the corner to get in front, and just obviously ran a bit wide. Hopefully we can get back up to the leader and have another chance at winning. I'll be honest, I was quite impressed with myself with the 360. I were expecting it to just keep going round in circles. But we did manage to catch it pretty well. So yeah, I think if we can have another chance into the same corner, try and stay away from that grass again. We've actually managed to get past a little bit earlier, which will be massively helpful. It means we're not under pressure into that left-hander up the hill, so that same mistake shouldn't be made again. Although I'll make a different one instead, but nothing too costly. So yeah, that's race number 2 completed, and the 8C unlocked. So unlocked a new helmet. And that moves us on to race 3, to unlock the 4C. I can't remember what track. Oh, it's Sardinia on it. So yeah, that looks to be the full track as well, so I can actually not worry about turning, well, not turning left when I'm supposed to be turning left this time. So again, we'll stay with the same car. Although I've just thought about how many straights there are on this track, and this may not have been the best idea, but we'll see what happens. So yeah, don't turn left. Carry on straight like you normally want to. For a cheeky dive up the inside. That definitely helped, cleared quite a few cars quite early on. But yeah, so a lot of this track again is just, come on, give me a bit of room. Just getting on the power as early as you can to carry as much speed down these straights as you can. This chicane that we're coming up to is quite dodgy as well. It's really easy to make a mistake and go slamming into the barrier. Usually on exit there, into that blue and orange one. And again, it's very easy to go wide there and have a spin on the grass. So I've just noticed again that the Merc has just got past. Yeah, cheers. Just turning to me as I'm up your inside. So yeah, as I was just saying, I'd just seen that the Merc had got past the VM, and when we were obviously as close as we were, that wouldn't really have been a problem. I know, obviously it started pulling away on the straights, but we'd probably have had a very good chance with catching through the corners, as we always have been doing. But then yeah, getting taken out by that lovely Citroen DS3. It's cost us, I think, probably 7 or 8 seconds. So just gives us a bit more of a challenge now. We did obviously catch probably around 3 seconds through the corners early on. And I completely missed that. And again, that's just trying to make up as much time as we can now. Now obviously we've had that little error, and yeah, obviously it's so easy to end up just losing more time doing that. So again, yeah, just try and concentrate on staying calm and being steady, sticking to your braking markers and your acceleration points, and basically not doing what I just did. So I've just noticed what happened with the car on the last lap and why it ended up hitting us, and it's because again they brake for no reason, going through the middle of that last corner, which sends the car sideways, which is obviously what pushed him over to where we were on the track. But But yeah, anyway, almost within 4 seconds now of the leader. But we are coming to the point of the track where he's going to gain all the time on us. So just really got to concentrate on getting a good exit out of here. Try and minimise the amount of time we lose. So yeah, it's already... Right, did actually stick around the same sort of amount of time for a bit there. Has started to go up now. And I just cannot seem to get it stopped into there. Ah. Right, okay. Let's just block you. So, yeah. The car is capable. Just a case of avoiding traffic, and I need to find a braking marker for that left-hander. Because whatever I'm doing at the minute is clearly too late. So we'll just might as well cross the line since we're that close. We'll take the credits and then just retry it, and it should be simple enough, as long as we don't get into any trouble again and I don't completely misjudge that corner again. So yeah, I mean, we got 15,000 for that, so, and unlock the car. So yeah, what I'm going to do actually first is I'm just going to come back out, and then just when we go back in, I'm going to have a look at the 4C and just see where it is in comparison. So it's very light, but it doesn't have a great deal of horsepower. No, let's just stick with the BM. Just because I know that obviously this is capable, and I'd rather not go in with the 4C, it not being good enough, and then have to do it again. Just because I fancy trying something different. I mean, I can always go in and do that just as a separate race on its own, just in my own time. For the purpose of the videos I am doing, I'd like to keep them as short as possible. I know obviously some of the early ones, like the cup that we did, we ended up having to do twice because for some silly reason you can't restart it just after one race. You've got to complete all 3 races and then go into it again. So that obviously was longer than I was hoping. But yeah, I'm hoping overall that we can keep them pretty short, and then it's a bit more interesting, you know. Just watching me doing the same race over again. Unless obviously you do want to see that, and that's absolutely fine. And these are the videos for you. But yeah, so making good progress again. Although there's a different car at the front of this time. It's normally just, well, the Mercs just got into the lead but there is a car between the leader and the car that's usually in second this time, and it's the Sparco that's usually a lot further back. I do actually drive that Sparco, well, the Group 4 Sparco, in one of the championships that I'm in at the moment, and it's a good car. It's very quick out the corners, and it's really good on tyre wear. So it's a manufacturer's cup type thing that this championship is that I'm doing. So I decided to go for something a bit different, and I think across 3 leagues I'm the only one that's in the VW. So there's a Group 4 race and a Group 3 race. So yeah, I'm in the Sparco for the Group 4 and the Beetle for the Group 3. Which is definitely interesting. Obviously you've got a lot of people in the Porsches and the Ferraris and the Mercedes AMGs. And yeah, there's obviously a couple in the Citroen, which has become a bit of a meta car or meta car, however you say it, for the Group 4s. Does seem very overpowered in some aspects. They just love driving into the side of you, don't they? But yeah, it does seem to be very thirsty, the Citroen. Which is where the Beetle has a very big advantage. It's very easy to fuel save and not really lose a great deal of time at all. But yeah, anyway, that's enough about that. Just gonna have to try and keep this mate behind us coming down the straight, as we know that's its strong point. Try brake between I should have stuck at the 150. I broke at the 150 last lap and felt like it were a little bit too early. Just tried to go between there. Sorry Paul, I'm gonna have to block it. And yeah, that just seemed to be a little bit too late. Almost completely lost it coming out of there, but we've managed to hang on. Got a little bit of a gap, and as I say, based on what we've seen previously, he's going to brake coming through this, which will give us a nice chunk again. It would have gotten very close actually if they'd have gone flat through there, or at least just lifted slightly rather than going heavy on the brakes. But yeah, so anyway, that gives us the first position, and like I say, obviously we can do it in that car. Based on how close that did get though, I would advise the Sport Softs for that race, definitely. You could possibly get away with it on the other two, but yeah. So yeah, that's the first in those 3 races. That's the 3 Alphas unlocked, and that means we can head back to the cafe again and complete this menu book. So right, that's menu book 23 completed, and that unlocks menu book number 24, which is using circuit experience to learn about a track. So yes, I'll be going into that in the next episode. So I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like and subscribe if you did, and I'll hopefully see you next time. Thank you again, and bye for now.